There are only two ways to live your life. One is to act like nothing is a miracle, and the other is to act like everything is a miracle. If you want your children to be smart, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be smarter, read them more fairy tales. Life is like riding a bike. You have to keep moving to keep your balance. Don't try to be a man of success. Instead, try to be a man of worth. The mysterious is the most beautiful thing we can feel. It is the basic feeling that gives birth to true art and true science. People don't fall in love because of gravity. Never remember something you can look up. Being creative is being smart and having fun. Those who aren't careful with the truth in small things can't be trusted with big ones. Small-minded people have always fought violently against people with big ideas. A question that keeps me up at night is why anyone who has ever made a mistake has never tried anything new. I'm not sure if I'm crazy or if everyone else is. Blind faith in authority is the biggest enemy of the truth. You can get anywhere if you use your mind. We all know that light travels faster than sound, which is why some people look bright until you hear them talk. If we knew what we were doing, it wouldn't be called research, would it? I must be ready to give up what I am to become what I will be. Everything must be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. The idea that being smart means being able to change reality is a myth, albeit a very strong one. What's right isn't always what's popular, and what's popular isn't always what's right. It's not that I'm so smart, but I think about things for a long time. The pursuit of truth and beauty is the only thing we can do as adults that lets us stay children. Once you can accept that the universe is made of matter expanding into nothing, that's something. It's easy to wear stripes with plaid. You never fail until you stop trying. I'm enough of an artist to draw freely from my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. If I wasn't a physicist, I would probably be a singer. I often think about music and spend my daydreams thinking about music. I see my life as a piece of music. In the middle of trouble lies a chance. Time is an illusion, fantasy is everything, and it's a preview of what's to come in life. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. The world as we have made it is a result of our thinking. It can't be changed without changing the way we think. When you trip over love, it's easy to get up, but when you fall in love, it's impossible to stand up again. Peace can't be kept by force, it can only be achieved by understanding. The best way to make yourself feel better is to make someone else feel better. The point is to understand that science without religion is boring and religion without science is blind. When you're courting a pretty girl, an hour seems like a second, but when you're sitting on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. I talk the same way to everyone, from the garbage man to the head of the university. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. I believe in institutions and inspirations. Sometimes I feel like I'm right. I don't know if I've never made a mistake or tried something new. Try not to become a man of success, but instead try to become a man of value. Science can only grow in a free speech environment. I would teach peace instead of war, and I would teach people to love instead of hate. I don't have any special skills, I'm just very curious. One thing I've learned in my long life is that all of our science, when compared to reality, is simple and childlike, but it is the most valuable thing we have. My desire for social justice and my dislike of obligations and dependencies I didn't think were completely necessary have often put me at odds with other people. Two things can never end. I'm not sure about the world or about how stupid people are. You could describe everything scientifically, but it wouldn't make sense. It would be like describing a Beethoven symphony as a change in wave pressure. The important thing is to keep asking questions. Curiosity is its own reason for being. When you think about the mysteries of eternity, life, and the wonderful structure of reality, you can't help but be amazed.